Alright, yo guys, what's up, man? Alright, I'm back. This video here is just going to be really kind of to the point. It's a review on the Mewant Art, or Mewant Art, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, steering wheel wrap. Now, this steering wheel wrap here, it was custom made for the 2015 through 2017 LF Sonata. I believe it'll work on the 18 and 19 because I think you guys still have the same steering wheel. If I'm wrong about that, you know, you can look at this steering wheel and you can obviously tell if it's you know, for your car or not. But, you know, just being straight to the point, simple. It is a very nice steering wheel. Definitely once you have it, you know, wrapped, tucked in and stitch up, it can definitely pass for an OEM steering wheel. You know, OEM leather wrap steering wheel. There are some issues with it that, you know, I'm going to contact customer service and see what they say. They're not serious. It's just about, you know, some areas, like one for certain, like right there. And I don't know if you guys can see that all that well, but it's not fully coming together on the handles, and that's on both sides. And like right up there in the top, you see, is it gonna focus for you guys? Is that like, yeah, I see that little gap right there. But yes, you can see like right here it's together, right there it's fully together, kind of like right there after this gap where the little handle is, it's together, open together. Down here it's fully stitched nice and together. I like how it closed up on both of these sides. And even down here, as you can see, it's a small gap. And as you can tell by my stitching, you know, I pulled these stitches pretty tight. Like that's, like even by me pushing that, that's not coming in no more. That's as tight as it's gonna go. It tucks really nicely. What I recommend you doing is when you push in, take your little tool, flip it up, and then tuck back up, because there's plenty of open space behind all this paneling and everything. I thought about removing the steering wheel. I did not do that. Didn't really need to. Once I was able to actually get it forced in, I was able to tuck it. One of the other issues kind of is, I'm gonna see if you guys can see right here, there's just a lot of like extra kind of fabric. So it's like I like to hold my steering wheel right here when I'm driving, and I can kind of feel that extra, so I might try retucking that and get that a little better. Also over here, and I don't know if you can see it, it kind of overlaps. The fabric kind of overlaps, and I'm not even sure if the camera's getting that good or not, but there's tiny issues. They're not big, you know, supreme problems, but you know, I'm just gonna contact them to see, since, you know, this is supposed to be a custom cut steering wheel. Now granted, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, the seller that I was in contact with, and I ordered this off eBay, I don't know if it was a guy from customer service or whatever it was, but you know, whoever helped me out that I dealt with, that guy was awesome. I mean, he was asking me, you know, questions about my steering wheel. You know, he wanted to know if it came with, you know, if it was factory wrapped leather or if it was rubber. I told him rubber. He then asked me, you know, send me some photos. So I came out the next day. I took some photos of the steering wheel. I think I sent them like 5, a top down, a couple straight forwards. You know, I got everything in the frame and the shot. And I sent him that. And then, you know, to double check what color stitching I wanted, because, you know, he offers this blue, there's a lighter blue, there's red, orange, purple, green, there's a bunch of different colors. I want to say black, white is also a color you can get. I said I wanted it to be the smooth leather. I don't like the perforated leather. And also, since I'm saying leather, I'm gonna let you know, and you know, the seller even lets you know this if you read the description like you should be before you order something. This is not actual genuine leather. This is I think he said it's APU leather. It's a false leather. I don't know how long it's gonna hold up, but honestly, it feels really nice. I'm not too concerned about the very small gappage that I have, because, like, you know, even when I have my hand completely wrapped around like this, I don't feel the gap. I feel this stitching, and the stitch pattern it came from a it was a video on YouTube. It was like Ottoman or Auto something leather wrap. He, you know, had a stitch. He had this he had a, I want to say 2 or 3 videos with a different stitch pattern. I like this one because of that kind of hexagon look that it kind of gives it. I really like that. So that's what I went with. I'm actually extremely pleased with the way this came out. There are some things that I would recommend be a little bit different. There's a lot of extra fabric around these areas that I was pointing out. And then like here in these corners here, it's actually, I don't know if you can see that, but it's tucked, but very barely tucked. It's like literally the tuck maybe comes to about where my fingernail is. So there, it could have had a little extra around these sides, and it's just tucked underneath the steering wheel, and then kind of ran into this jam back there. Excuse me there. It could have been possibly a little less, but I think it's good there. Definitely a little less. And honestly, let me see here if it even gets that little bit of excess there. I'm really gonna see if I can tuck it better, like down, like push it, tuck it kind of more at downward at an angle in this back section, just to see if I can get it you know, tucked a little bit better. So, you know, that's all I really wanted to say, guys. Honestly, you know, the steering wheel wrap was 25 bucks. It did come from China, free shipping. It took maybe, I'll say about a month, honestly, about a month on the dot is how long it took it. But granted, it did take them about 3 days to make it, because they were asking me, you know, what color of the stitching that I wanted, then what color did I actually want to be able to stitch it with. Yeah, excuse me. So you could have probably got about, no, see, I messed that stitch up right there. But you probably could have got like 2 different colors here. You know, you could have had that thread it's actually going through the leather here, let's say something like red, and then actually sewed it up with this blue. Had kind of a 3-tone thing. I like that this black steering wheel is actually more like a really, really dark charcoal look. To me, it matches the interior of the vehicle a lot better. I really like it. I'm extremely pleased with this, guys. I do give it 5 stars. You know, even though it's still got the little issues here and there, it's not a big deal. You know, this is not an OEM wrap. You know, this is an off-brand, not off-brand, but aftermarket wrap that's been custom cut to your steering wheel. It's 25 bucks. And there's a lot of different customization options. Like I could have had this leather, this section perforated, could have done smooth and smooth off on the sides, and it would have been done from there. See, I'm getting a phone call here, so I'm gonna actually deny this for a second. But definitely worth it. Check it out, guys. Links in the description.